So now we have about 7.5 minutes. I'm gonna start heating up our sparge water. We have 2 vessels of sparge water, so we're just gonna heat those up. So this one, for the sparge, we're gonna be rinsing everything that we pull out. And for the sparge, we want to make sure that our water over here is hot. It filter everything out. These two, our sparge waters, are going to be 170 degrees. So I'm also checking the sparge water to make sure we're getting up close to the 170 degree mark that we need. Looks like this one's having a little trouble. So now we're doing the mash out. So we're bringing this up to 170 degrees to match up with our sparge waters here. We're bringing that up to 170. And then we're going to take the grains out of there into there, through the strainer that's right there. And then we're going to pass this hot water, the 170, through the grains to get all the residual sugars. Alright, so we have gone through and put the original grains and wort that was in here through the strainer. It didn't all quite fit in here, so we had to split it up between some of these pots. But mostly it's going pretty well. So what we're going to do is we drained everything once, we drained the grains out in these 3 pots. Now what we're doing is we're circulating the wort back through the grains into the boil pot one time, and then we're going to start boiling and adding our hops. It's also an interesting little trick I saw on another YouTuber's videos, just kind of splitting everything up, dividing all your hops. This one you have to crack open this packet, which has a whole bunch of Cascade hops, and divide it evenly into these 5 parts, and you're going to add it with 45 minutes left, 30 minutes left, 15 minutes left, 5 minutes left, and then right at the end of the boil when we kill the flame. We transferred everything from these 3 pots and the grains back into the mash pot. So we're going to bring everything back up to a boil here. There we go. Alright, we're going to wait for this to boil up, and then we're going to split up our hops. Looks like we got the Cascade hops, and then also some Columbus hops for the full 60 minutes. So when everything comes back to a boil, we will get another video. Alright, so we are bringing everything up to a boil back in the mash pot. You can see on here we're getting close to the boil phase and the hop break. These are all the proteins, all of them sitting up here at the top, and then they're going to break and fall back to the bottom, and then the boil is going to really kick up, and we're going to start throwing our hops in. So just a couple minutes after that last video, we see the hop break going on. Some of the proteins are starting to break up and fall to the bottom, and the boil is starting to kick up. I'm just going to reduce the heat to about medium, and then we will let this kind of settle out a little bit, and we are going to throw the the Columbus hops, which go for the full 60, and then we also have the Cascade hops at 45, 30, 15, 5, and 10 left. So here we go, just kind of waiting on these ones, and yeah, we're just waiting to add hops. We got a nice rolling boil going on. Still waiting for a little bit more settling going on with the proteins up top, but it looks like we're well on our way. So we have the hot break already happening. Proteins have settled down. So now we're going to come over here and add some of our hops. So up first, we got everything just kind of settled out. These are all the Cascade hops set up by the time left in the boil that we want to add everything. And then obviously these are the Columbus hops. They're going to go for the 60 minutes. Here we go. Give them a nice... Oh man, you guys should smell these. They smell good. Here we go. Kids in the pool. Sweet. Awesome. So we are going to set this timer for the 60 minutes. Cool. Give this a nice little stir. I set this for 15 minutes going there, and that means there's 45 minutes left in the boil. So we're going to add the first 1/5 of the bag of the Cascade hops back into the boil. I'm also going to try something a little different, and I'm going to zest about half this lemon and add it at the 5 minutes left in the boil, just to see what turns out and to kind of add a little twist to this kit. Alright, so we started the boil. We're about 5 minutes in. We already added the 60-minute batch of the Cascade hops, which stay for the full round. So we're about 8 minutes in. Just gonna give it a little bit of stir, and in a second we'll go back in the garage and I'll show you the kit that I brewed before this one, just to kind of see how everything goes. And this is the second time I've ever brewed using a kit, and I made a video just to show everybody how it goes. I bought this same kit on eBay also, same as the Brooklyn brew kit. Got these on eBay for around 25 bucks. This is the Craft Brew American Pale Ale, and it's chilling in my garage right here, just kind of fermenting right before I throw it in the fridge. It was really cloudy when I bottled it, and you can see straight through the bottle now, so I'm pretty stoked on it. We're coming to the first edition of Cascade hops in just a few seconds. Here's the Cascades. Alright, first Cascade batch in. Ooh, look at all the green stuff. Man, that's good. Smells good in here already. Cool. And I'm gonna set the timer again for 15 minutes. There we go. So while we're waiting for the next hop edition, I'm gonna go ahead and sanitize the jug. We're gonna use the same sanitizer with the half packet that we made earlier. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dip this guy in here and use the funnel to put it into the jug. Okay, just put that back in there. So we're gonna put our finger through the hoop, sanitize this. I'll just dump that back in. And the sanitizer they give us is a no rinse, so don't worry if there are just a couple bubbles. Just tilt it upside down, try to dry it as much as you can. Alright, so we're coming up on the 30-minute left Cascade Hop Edition. Got a nice rolling boil still going. Bottoms up. Alright, we're coming up on our 15-minute left Cascade Hop Edition. Setting the timer for 10 minutes with the 5-minute left edition. We're also going to add half a lemon's worth of zest to this when there's 5 minutes left in the boil. So here is the 15-minute left Cascade edition. Alright, awesome.